As a woman, first and foremost, understand your needs. You may not be at my level. We are different levels, but first and foremost, set standards for your life. For example, me, I zeroed in textile and I gave it my 150%. There is one important thing as entrepreneurs, as friends, as partners, as people we are dealing with. Try to keep to your word. Try to be trustworthy. Try to be honest. It will move you to high. Hello viewers, welcome to Visual Africa TV. My name is Rebecca. Today, we bring you a very inspiring story featuring Evergreen Uniforms and Textiles. Evergreen is transforming the textile industry in Uganda with their approach to sustainability, innovation, and women empowerment. Today, we've been honored to sit down with the brains behind Evergreen Uniforms and Textiles. You want some tips regarding business growth, or you are an entrepreneur that wants to better yourself? This video has it full pack for you. Please join me and let's dive in. Happy to see you here. I'm happy to have you at Evergreen. This is Evergreen Uniforms and Textiles. My name is Rashida, Director, Evergreen Uniforms and Textiles. Happy to have you here. The Visual Africa TV, we are so honored to have you here, and you're most welcome to Evergreen Uniforms and Textiles. Could you tell us about your journey before Evergreen and how it has evolved to where you are now? The vision of Evergreen, first and foremost, by formulating the name Evergreen, I hold a bachelor's in tours and travel from Makerere University. I really wanted tourism. That's why I named the company Evergreen Safaris Limited. But it transited into Evergreen Uniforms and Textiles, where we are seated now. That is the name now, because we moved away from the tourism bit and we evolved to textiles. That's why it's Evergreen Uniforms and Textiles. Well, I added on a bachelor's in an MBA Finance and Accounting. Evergreen has been in existence for the past 7 to 8 years. The birth of Evergreen is a funny and long journey, but we are here. We are so thankful to all our partners, to all our friends, to all our family members, whoever has been part of it. Evergreen is so much happy and excited to have you around to talk to us, to inspire others, to excite others, to interest others, and also to be on the same page at one point. Evergreen started as a small household, small machine. First, I myself as a director used to work with NSSF, where I worked for 13 years, 12 years. From university, I joined NSSF, where I worked for 12 years. But in the process of working, I realized my calling was, in textile industry work, and I used to run along Evergreen as a small entity, then do my job very well. At NSSF, I was a relationship manager. At the same time, at one point, I was also a supervisor, which role I did very well, but my calling was in textile. So in the process of working at NSSF, I realized that I really needed to do something beyond my job. I started in a small garage at my home, where I had a very small machine called a small embroidery machine. Every time I could go out, ask for work, then the people could say, we want this. So you sit on a round table and think through and say, what can I give to people? What can't I give? You organize yourself, you put yourself in order. Then somehow work started getting a lot. Then I could go buy one machine, 2 machines, like that. Then started researching about textile industries, products, different products, understanding them, how do they run, how are they used, what is the best way I can put out there which can attract people. So with that, work kept on coming, customers kept on coming, and somehow we had to sit as a family. Then we came up with a structure.
that we really needed to do something beyond the garage. Then we moved from our home. Then we went to Natete, where we first put a small, like 2 rooms, where we had put some machinery. Then after it still went beyond us, that's when we acquired this place in the estate. When we got this place in the estate, we kept buying 1 machine, 2 machine, 1 machine, another one. The else is history. But we are here now.
You've done so great in empowering women, and we really appreciate you so much. We would like to know, how have you been able to empower women and having them become a part of your production process?
Women growth is very key in Evergreen. I, as one of the founders and one of the directors, am a woman, and I hold highly and regard highly women. We do a lot of mentorship. We do a lot of training. We empower women in terms of, like, you are a woman, you're supposed to be out there. Go beyond Evergreen. Yes, you're tailoring here, you're sewing, you're working as a cleaner. You can do beyond this. You need the world out there needs you. In terms of how we achieve that, we mentor them, we get people to talk to them. I myself, I talk to them, I sit them down, I tell them my journey, we discuss my journey, and some of them really change. When you go out there, I have a lot of girls I've mentored. They have their own tailoring section. You find a person has 3, 5 machines. As a result, I've talked to them, I've trained them, I've empowered them, I've showed them that as a woman, you're supposed to work hard. You're supposed to look beyond yourself. Yes, there is life. We have our cultures, we have our traditions, but you have to stick to what do you want as a woman? What is expected of you as a woman? So by encourage them, that is part of mentoring, part of training. So you find that they are really happy, and every time you walk to them and tell what is the problem, what is the issue, and you talk to them, they really change and be better people, which we want which is Uganda.
This video has been brought to us by Light Up Unisex Saloon, located along Chideka Namgongo Road. Their numbers are running on the screen right now. Get in touch with them and get yourself lighted up. They have amazing customer service, and what makes them stand out is that you show them what you want, and they even perform way beyond your expectations. It's a place to go to get yourself lighted up. What do you think are the biggest challenges for women entrepreneurs?
The challenges are very many. As women, yes, we face a lot of challenges. I'm looking at marriage. We're looking at finances. We are always pushed. We are not valued. Those are really huge challenges for women. But how best can we go about these issues? As a woman, first and foremost, understand your need. Understand your goal, set standards. You may not be at my level. I may not be at your level. We are different levels, but first and foremost, set standards for your life. What do you want in life? What do you want as a person? If it's, for example, me, I zeroed in textile. I realized that is my niche. It's not that I had a lot of money, but I realized this is what is best for me, and I gave it my 150%. If you look at my lifestyle, me as Rashida, I wake up at 5, at 4. I don't have an alarm, but I've told myself I have to work. I've told myself, in order for example, I'm giving an example basing on myself. I wake up at 4. When I wake up, I finish my prayers. I have to work out. I've set it that I really need to work out to keep sober. When I'm sober, I think straight. By thinking straight, meaning I'm making myself better every day. Look at something which eases. You may find that someone will say, no, me, when I have a weekend with my friends, I'll finish the week in a better mood. When maybe I wake up and do maybe my cleaning my room, do something which makes you better. If that thing makes you better and makes you good, you will be a better person at the end of the day, and you will be output efficiently.
What makes your product stand out?
What makes it stand out? We've tried to move away from this issue that, we have this perception that tailors are supposed to be these small people. The way a person decides to start a school, to start a factory for producing biscuits, for produce whatever the person is producing. Evergreen has come out beyond that. It has told itself that we need to do better. It has done research. It has gone out for training. Some of its staff have gone out for training to make sure Evergreen is exceptional. If you look at our quality, because it's researched on, it's well aligned. We have a system. By the time the product come out, you'll find that the shirt is high end, it's well tailored, it's well knitted, it's well ironed, it's well packed, which is not the mentality for our tailors out there. They'll just produce something, throw it out to you. Evergreen is a place whereby when you want something, you walk in, we agree, we explain to you, we talk about it, we give you the right guidance, then you come out when the product is complete to the final consumer, right to the final consumer. But you may realize that other tailors don't put in this additional value. For example, the naming issue, the embroidering issue, the buttoning issue, you'll find that it's half tailored. You move from one tailor to another. The other one will tell you, now I'm going to put this button, this one I'm going to put embroidery. But as Evergreen, we give you a complete package, something very complete, whereby if it's a school, you just pick the items, it's packed very well, we pack it very well, you get a complete item. If it's a ministry, you just pick your overall or your corporate shirt and you have it right there. If it's a hospital, you'll have your scrub well packed. If it's a security company, you'll have that complete suit, you'll have that complete wear, very well arranged, well ironed, and ready to do whatever you're supposed to use it for. With that one, it has made Evergreen quite exceptional in its output and whatever it produces.
Wonderful. Are there any specific clients or orders that inspire your creative approach to production?
Evergreen, we respect every client, we respect every customer. All orders are important to us, and we have a well-streamlined process, and we respect every client. Yes, there are those customers whereby you find that this particular one, I really need to give it maximum attention. But we have standards as Evergreen still. Every customer is valued and we maintain the quality. The quality is uniform. It's not that this one we give exceptional, this one we less it. It's all standard because all customers are equal and they're paying the same money. But where the difference comes from, if you find that they are unique items, you find that someone has given you something unique, you have to think. You have to get the right people to do it. You have to get the right material. You have to get the right fabric. That calls for you moving. That's why we keep doing this research. We have to be innovative in whatever we have to think outside the box. We sit as a team, whereby we sit on the table, we have this kind of design. How are we going to handle it? By sitting together, by having these discussions, by having these meetings, you find that your output is exceptional, and even that customer who has come in with something unique will get that in the perfect way.
How do you stay ahead of trends and integrate customer feedback into your designs?
How we manage this, we do research, we understand our customer needs, we incorporate it into our system, and also trying to move, we move a lot. It's not that we get everything here. You move into those countries who are already developed, who are more advanced in textile. For example, China is more advanced in textiles. If you look at our neighbor Kenya, Kenya is more advanced in textile. Egypt is more advanced in textile. For us, we've gone beyond that. I've gone to Kusubula. We take an extra effort to move into these trade fairs, textile trade fairs. You go to Turkey you put in that ticket to go and understand how do they work. By the time you leave that fair, you come here, you'll find that you're different and you find that everything is possible. So by the time that this unique customer walks in, you're on the same page. You find that it's not new to you, that it's not a new trend on your side. It's normal because you've seen it somewhere and you know, yes, they've done it the other side. Somehow we built rapport with these other factories. Just a matter of making this call. Hey, I have this issue. How do I handle it? The person will demonstrate for you. Even they can give us unique patterns, because for us as industrialists in terms of textile, we use patterns. The person will give you the pattern, will sell you the pattern. The next day you have it here. So that has kept us more focused and more trendy in whatever we do.
Every business has its own challenges. As Evergreen Textiles and Uniforms, what are some of the challenges you've faced while running your business, and how have you overcome them?
We really have a lot of challenges. There is no work without a challenge. But as Evergreen, the challenge, definitely we have the competition. Competition is there. We have our competitors. We have an issue of electricity. We have an issue of, yes, there is this issue of trends. There is issue of the costing issue, whereby you find that someone wants something good but doesn't want to give in that extra cost. And we have very unique the fabric, whereby you find that you cannot get it around, and somehow importation, you have when you're buying in certain quantities, they tell you maybe if you're buying this kind of fabric, you have to buy 5,000 meters. You find that the person only wants 200 shirts, so you find that order you will let it down because the supplier is giving you a minimum, and you find that someone wants something very, very unique, and to bring it here, it's used by fewer people. So we really have those challenges. That's why you find as textile producers in Uganda, we have similar items.
How do you ensure quality while managing large orders?
Thank you so much. On that issue of quality, Evergreen has tried to put up standards, have tried to put up systems. At every point, there is a checker, there is a system. For example, as in production, in textile production, we start with acquiring of fabric. It should be you should make sure it's coming from the right supplier, it's the same. Then we have this issue of cutting, then we have this issue of tailoring. So you find that as Evergreen, in order for huge orders, these big orders, we try to maintain quality by maintaining uniformity. We've achieved that by having the right team, by talking to the team, having the right team at every point. For example, at cutting, we have a supervisor. You find that we have a quality controller. We have a checker. So at every point, you check to see is the uniformity the same, and getting the right machinery. You find that if you have the right machinery, if you have the right equipment, everything will be uniform. There is no way you can go wrong when you have the right equipment. When the equipment is not right, meaning you're trying to add up things which are not okay. But if you have the right equipment, and this equipment is checking on the sizes, checking on the uniformity of the threads and everything, so you can't go wrong.
And how has technology impacted your operations and design?
I'm thankful and really grateful. Technology has really done a lot at Evergreen. I'll cite out a scenario. We used to produce sweaters. To produce 100 sweaters, you needed these handy machines, manual machines, you needed 10. For you to produce 100 sweaters, you needed 10 hand flat machines, and you needed 10 people to do the work. Meaning you have to feed these people, you have to keep them around, you have to keep 10 people, you're occupying a lot of space, and you have to give them everything to only give you 100 sweaters. 100 sweaters will do that. That is 2 days. But now with modern technology, I have here I think I have like 8 machines. Now Evergreen production capacity is 300 sweaters a day, and this section is manned by 2 people. So meaning also there is job cutoff, but efficiency is very high. If you look at our tailoring machines, we have they're environmental friendly because they don't have these small motors underground to affect people, because the older machines, they have these motors down. You find that people have issues with their knees, but now we have these computerized tailoring machines. The motor is up, the person sits comfortably, she's not affected in any way by the heat from the motor. So you find, and it does very fast work. The work is very fast, so that one has eased on our work to be more faster, more neat work, efficiency, and also on the health of the staff. Health-wise, they're not affected.
Branding plays a very critical role in business success. How do you position Evergreen Uniforms and Textiles in the market?
That's a very good question. How does Evergreen position itself? How does Evergreen brand itself? Evergreen has really, really positioned itself through quality production. Quality has sold us out there because it's our marketing. Our marketing has been by word of mouth. If you do something for this person, the next day this person will say, no, I did it from Evergreen, go there. It's the quality which has pushed us to heights. It's this issue of sticking to our word, commitment. We are committed people. If we tell you something, we try to honor it. And timely delivery. When Evergreen tells you you are going to deliver on Monday, if I'm unable to deliver on Monday, I'll make that call on Sunday and say, can you give us 2 more days so that you manage the people the other side? We apologize. If there is an issue, there is an error on your work, we always communicate. We always get feedback positively and take it positively. We either redo the work. It's commitment, quality work, and timely delivery, which has done wonders for Evergreen.
Are there any partnerships or collaborations that have contributed to your growth as a company?
Yes, we've had strong partnerships with certain schools. For example, there are those schools whereby you talk to them, they really even advance you some money because this is really capital intense. And by giving you some advances, because most schools, they don't advance, you first deliver, then wait for the term to begin, then middle of the term when they've reconciled, that's when they pay you. But there are some particular partners, there are some particular schools, which I won't go into details to, I don't think they'll be comfortable, whereby when you sit with them and tell them, this is what we have at stake, they'll say, it's okay, just pick a check the next day, and that one will give you mileage, and really we appreciate the partnership and we don't take it for granted.
What role has social media played in expanding your business?
We really can't undermine the power of social media. It puts your brand out there, it markets for you, it puts in a position whereby you get better every day, you improve every day, business-wise, career-wise as a person. It's a really powerful entity and we really appreciate.
So where do you see Evergreen in the next 5 to 10 years?
It's looking beyond what it has been doing. It's looking at exporting outside Uganda. It's looking at exporting to our neighbors. That is the target in the next 5 to 10 years. We should be exporting socks to Kenya, our neighbor. We should be exporting to Tanzania. We should be exporting to Rwanda. Even the same thing, we are incorporating in new products. We are looking at producing belts. You know, these school belts, security belts. We've already secured. We've already done research. We are looking at producing belts for security, producing belts for schools. And we think in the next 5 to 10 years, Evergreen should be a higher brand beyond it is now.
As an entrepreneur, what drives you to keep going amidst challenges?
As an entrepreneur, as a director, as a mother, everything. In fact, for me, I have like 3 jobs. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a director somewhere. By having these clients, by keeping good relationships with them, by making them happy, by satisfying their needs, that is my satisfaction first and foremost. That makes me very proud. As long as the client calls in, I've got my things, they are fine and well, that gives me a total satisfaction. Also, I really want to have a number of students out, a number of people out there from Evergreen, a number of workers people whom I have stayed with, people whom I've worked with, moving out there, train others, because when you get in here, there is a lot of technology which has not been exposed out there. People understand different equipments. People have a touch on different equipments. They expose to different equipments. By having them move out there and also tell the other, yes, I saw this thing at Evergreen. It's very possible you can achieve it. And also that person acquires it.
How do you maintain a balance between your personal and professional lives?
We have to set up standards as people. Also, by setting up standards, when you get this partner, the person will understand you because you have certain standards you follow, certain procedures you follow. You make sure you incorporate this person into your lifestyle. This person will be able to understand you. If you leave that gap by not setting those standards that this is what I want, and you live to be pulled like a dog all the time, I'm not saying you're not supposed to obey your partner, but you have to set standards. For example, me as Rashida, when I wake up, I really have to work out. That is my me time. So this person has to understand. Also make this person your friend. Sometimes it fails to make this person your friend, but make this person your friend. Be open-minded, be trustworthy. If you're trustworthy, this person will believe in you. You will work as a team. This person will understand you very, very, very well. Most importantly, it's setting standards, putting it clear to your partner that we are supposed to operate like this. Let him understand, believe in you, then all will be well. It will create that balance naturally.
That's one piece of advice you wish you had had as you started your entrepreneurial journey.
As Evergreen, we've made a lot of mistakes. In fact, most people come here for advice, for guidance, and I do it freely. But as Evergreen, we never got that. We just kept going into deep waters. You just kept going. Wah, Aizulu, God we hope. And somehow it could work out, somehow it couldn't, but we just kept going. I wish I had someone to guide me from the very beginning, like guiding me, telling me, put this one here, put this one here, put this one here. You find that tomorrow you're breaking this door because you need to turn into an office. Break this door because you have to put in this machine. But if we had this plan, if we had this person to guide us as Evergreen, from day one, I think the mistakes would be minimal. But that one does not deter you from starting. At least now you have me. You can walk to me. You can email me. You can follow me on whichever platform and see how I'm doing. You have benchmarking line. Really, there is one important thing as entrepreneurs, as friends, as partners, as people we are dealing with. Try to keep to your word. Try to be trustworthy. Try to be honest. Stick to your word. Honor your word. That will make you move steps from one step to another by sticking to your word, by honoring your word, maintaining quality, maintaining your standards. It will move you to heights.
What would you tell a young Rashida?
A young Rashida, male or female out there, work hard, set your goals. Don't think that you're too young to set goals. Know what you want in life. After knowing what you want in life, all will be well.
Is there anything you'd like to highlight or announce, such as offers or coming products or something new coming up?
We do have different. We have items which we have already produced. For example, we have different shirts already produced, pending embroidery or printing, whatever the client wants. We also have pre-orders whereby someone will will say, I want this design, you have to customize for that person. So it depends on what the customer wants, but just walk in or make that call, everything will be sorted.
How can potential clients and partners get in touch with Evergreen Uniforms and Textiles?
We can be reached on our website. We have a website, www.evergreenug.com. We can also be reached on our mobile number 0752 805524, 0772442663. We can also be reached at our outlet, Main Price, F22. We can also be reached at our factory, which is Mutundwe na Lumunye Jomai Estate.
I hope you've enjoyed the video as much as we have. There's a lot that we've learned today. If you are interested in textile and you'd like to get some for yourself, Evergreen Uniforms and Textiles is the place to go. Get in touch with them. Their numbers are on the screen right now. Get in touch with them and get served at the best. Thank you so much. If you have any comments, any feedback or questions whatsoever, please get in touch with us through the comment section and we shall be very, very happy to get back to you. That will be it for now. I'm going to sign out and I'm hoping to see you in the next episode. To ensure that happens, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you'll never miss an episode from us. Until next time, thank you very much. Bye-bye.